Hey everyone. So for today's video, I just got done watching the Academy Awards, the 84th Academy Awards for this year. Um, all these films were for the 2011 films for nominations and winners and everything. Um, so I watched the whole thing. I was able to watch the whole Academy Awards this year, and there were some winners that I was really impressed with, and there was some losers and nominations that I almost wish got more love this year because some of these winners kind of ruined that opportunity for some of those films. So here with me today, I have a web page of all the results, and I want to have this page in front of me because there's so many awards that they presented tonight. So yeah, I filmed this video shortly after the Academy Awards, so bear with me. So the artist is Best Picture. I'm kind of happy with this one. So I haven't seen the artist yet. Based on what I know about the artist, I think it seems like something that seems appropriate for a Best Picture winner. And the reason why I say that is because it seems like a great homage to the silent film era. It looks like it kind of it's able to live on that Charlie Chaplin feeling, kind of the old Buster Keaton silent film look. So I'm glad that the artist won. If you were to get my personal opinion, though, I'd probably say, as of right now, Midnight in Paris. But I have not seen Hugo, Descendants, Extremely Loud, or Moneyball. All the other films this year I've seen, though. And yeah, for me personally, Midnight in Paris is still kind of out of all the nominations I felt should have won. I knew it wasn't going to win, but as for my personal opinion, I thought that that one should have won. For actor in a leading role, the winner was Gene DiGiardo from The Artist. So he was the artist, I believe. Um, I unfortunately, well, I've seen Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, and I didn't care for it, so I'm glad Gary Oldman did win for that, even though Gary Oldman is a great actor. Um, I'm almost kind of shocked that George Clooney or Brad Pitt didn't win, but once again, I haven't seen the artist, heard great things about it. I can see why it won. Um, Actress in a leading role. I wanted to talk about this one. Um, Meryl Streep, you guys, I don't hate the woman. I don't love her. She's been in some great films. I loved Adaptation and A Series of Unfortunate Events and Kramer versus Kramer and a bunch of other stuff she was in. I really wish that either Viola Davis or Michelle Williams won this award. And I'm not saying that because Meryl Streep's always nominated, and people are saying, "Oh, Meryl Streep's the greatest actress of our time," and all that stuff. Michelle Williams, she perfectly portrayed Marilyn Monroe in My Week with Marilyn, and it's too bad that the Academy didn't recognize that. Well, they did; they gave her a nomination, but she wasn't the winner. Viola Davis, I thought her role in The Help was very dramatic. You had almost the same emotion as her for every scene in that movie. So once again, I almost wish Viola Davis won the award also. So shame on the Academy for giving it to Meryl Streep. Um, Once again, she's not a bad actress. It just seems like, oh, she's a friend and she's a well respected actress. We'll just give her the award, even if the movie's not that good. We'll just give it to her. I had that impression when I was watching the movie. I really did not hear Iron Lady was very good. Um, Actor in a supporting role, I have not seen Beginners, but once again, Christopher Plummer's a good actor, so I respect him, but I don't know whether this role represents his best acting job or not. I did see Warrior with Nick Nolte. I can kind of see why that wasn't chosen because it was a great film. Nick Nolte was good, but I can see why it didn't win. It wasn't that good. Didn't see these other ones. I did see My Week with Marilyn with Kenneth Branagh, like I explained earlier. Um, Kenneth Branagh was very good in this film. I can see why he didn't win. I was kind of expecting that because his role was a supporting role and not a leading role. But if you were to get my personal opinion, I almost wish that Kenneth Branagh did win the award just because that film was so great and his role in the film was very powerful too. Actress in a supporting role. This is probably the first category so far that I'm actually happy with because I do believe Octavia Spencer was a perfect choice for this award. Really didn't care for Bridesmaids. I could see why Melissa McCarthy didn't win. Albert Nods really didn't appeal to me. I could see why that didn't win. Jessica Chastain was good in The Help, but it wasn't big enough to say, oh, Jessica Chastain stole the movie. Well, she didn't. Octavia Spencer did. So once again, I can see why Octavia won. And didn't see the artist, but based on what I've seen of it, it looks good. I can see why it was a potential possibility. Um, but I'm glad Octavia won the award. She was very, very good in that movie. Another category I'm happy with. I was happy with Best Animated Feature Film. Rango was a great film, you guys. Johnny Depp was great as the voice of Rango. The animation was great. The story was great. Gore Verbinski really had a great story going for him for that film. Puss in Boots just didn't seem like appropriate for this category, neither than Kung Fu Panda 2. Haven't seen either one. They both looked okay. I can see why they weren't didn't win. A Cat in Paris I have not seen, and neither have I seen Chico and Rita. So I can see why Rango was easily the winner of that film because Rango really was a great film. You guys, make sure you check that film out. I have not seen Hugo, but based on what I saw at the Academy tonight, it really seems like a lot of people like it a lot. So I'll give it a shot, but it really didn't look like the kind of film that I would like from a Scorsese. Because for me, Scorsese is, Raging Bull, Shutter Island, Goodfellas, those kind of films. So it's kind of shocking to me how all of a sudden he made this family film where people are like, oh, it was excellent. Scorsese's the next, family friendly man, and he can make good robot movies. He can make great, whatever movies. And I don't know. I guess it would have been nice to see Warhorse get a win. So I guess that's another reason why I think Hugo shouldn't have won Best Cinematography. Actually, for me personally, I didn't care for Tree of Life too much. It was okay, not the greatest film in the world, but it was okay. The cinematography I thought was very good in it, so I'm surprised Tree of Life did not win this category. Let's see here. Another category that were, in fact, two films were nominated in this category that I wish would have won. Hugo won Best Art Direction. I almost wish it went to Midnight in Paris and Harry Potter 7 Part 2. The other two I just named, I wish were better choices for that category specifically because the art direction in those films were so powerful and memorable for Midnight in Paris and Harry Potter 7 Part 2. Once again, I almost wish Hugo was a little bit pushed to the side for that one. Costume design, I can see why the artist won. Great silent film era homage. I can see why it won. Good choice. Directing, this one was kind of obvious because it was the Best Picture winner, The Artist. So I can kind of see why that one won. I really can't speak about documentary feature because I haven't seen any of those. Can't speak about documentary short. Film editing, I wasn't too surprised with because David Fincher is well known for having a great production cast with him for a film, so I can see why Girl with the Dragon Tattoo won. The artist, I'm not surprised with music because based on what I've seen of it in like trailers and stuff, the musical score does seem very promising. Iron Lady, once again, not too happy for the makeup thing. Wish Harry Potter got it because Voldemort and the goblins and the uh, Grip Book, I think his name was at the beginning, all had great makeup for Harry Potter. So wish that one won instead. And I can't speak about Best Foreign Language Film because I didn't see a separation or any of those films. Uh, Saw the Muppets for Best Original Song. Muppets was a good film, you guys. I don't think it was big enough to win the award, but it was competing against Rio, so I can kind of see why it won. And I didn't see any of the short film nominations here. Once again, another love for Hugo with visual effects. More Hugo love for sound editing and sound mixing. For all of those guys, I wish like Drive and Harry Potter and Rise of the Planet of the Apes could have been chosen instead for those. Um, I know it's getting late to the video, so I'll hurry up here. And for Best Original Screenplay, I'm happy again because Midnight in Paris finally got an award in this show, and it was for Best Original Screenplay, which unfortunately Woody Allen did not even show up for to win the award. And I've heard from past ceremonies that he never comes to for the ceremonies for his own awards. That's kind of weird how that happens. And Descendants won for Best Adapted Screenplay. So, like I said, guys, I was both happy and disappointed with the Academy Awards this year. I was happy about Octavia Spencer. I was happy about Rango. Happy about the Midnight in Paris screenplay win. Um, I haven't seen Hugo, so I really can't complain too much about it. But there was just so many great films in 2011, like Super 8 and Thor and Harry Potter and Source Code. Source Code wasn't even mentioned at the Academy Awards. I'm shocked because that was such a great film and so many great visual effects and sound. It's too bad that even didn't get considered. So the Academy Awards, you guys, it was both good and bad this year. I'm kind of mixed feelings on this whole thing. Award show wise, the show was fine. I mean, it was Billy Crystal, I guess, did okay. I almost wish they kind of chose someone new. It was kind of interesting seeing something new from last year with Anne Hathaway, even though James Franco wasn't that good. So the Academy Awards, you guys, both good and bad for me. If I had to rate this show based on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably rate it a 7 based off of the iffy thing with the both good and the bads happening this year. So the Academy Awards, you guys, I'm kind of on the spot on this one because I'm both happy and disappointed this year.